Well, hello everybody. It's me, Crystal Neho, and thanks again for following my journey. I've just been contemplating a lot today about the fact that we've got 52 days left until 2019's finished, and we welcome in 2020, and I'm actually really excited about it. And I've been really thinking about the fact that I really want to spend these next 52 days really setting up that 2020 is even more of an amazing year that 2019 was. I had a really fantastic time. Many of you that have been following me since the beginning know that my passion and obsession are people, performing arts, and personal development. And so I've been obsessed with personal development since I was 15. I'm 37 years old now. And, my mother introduced me to Tony Robbins when I was 15 years old. And I listened to his 30-day tapes of the personal power tapes. And then 3 years after listening to that, I got really obsessed and hooked and basically spent 3 years going into the public libraries reading all I could on psychology, the human psychology, personal development, and the self help books. And I, even today, still listen to about 2 to 4 hours of content every day, figuring out how I can improve my life. So, I really have a lot of plans that I want to do in my life. And this year I've been taking a lot of action to begin doing the things that I want to do. As my goals get bigger, the fear is there. And it makes me want to dig deeper and create better patterns of thinking that'll allow me to continue to move forwards. As I work on my business, there's just so many different avenues. Like, I don't think people really think as much as they can. They don't really unpack a lot of the thoughts that they have and the difficulties and the stresses that they have. But when we work on ourselves every day, we learn little tips every day that can improve our lives. Now, I've talked about this on previous videos, but sometimes when we think about all the ways that we can improve our life, it's just countless. Like I talked about it before, when we wake up in the morning, our morning rituals really set us up for the day. So, how we wake up in the morning and what we do to prepare for that day really does set the tone and the mood for the day. So, mine is I always get up and I pray. First thing I do in the morning, and I've been doing this for well over a year, probably 13 months now, haven't missed a day, that I hit my knees. The first thing I do in the morning, I hit my knees, say my prayer and read my scriptures, and then I contemplate the day, I listen to some content, and then my daughter wakes up. And so, by the time I get going in the morning, I'm already prepared to take on the day. Working on our self-awareness is a huge thing. People don't monitor their thoughts enough. And if we allow, with I don't know. They say it's between 60 and 120,000. Some say it's right up to 200,000 thoughts a day. And, I've heard a lot of numbers recently that are saying it's 75,000 thoughts a day. The point is, we have minimum 42 thoughts a minute, around about that minimum, and I think right up to about 105, something like that, thoughts a minute. And that's a lot of thoughts. And so if we've got 10,000 or 20,000, even 50,000 thoughts a day that are telling us we're incapable of trying something or doing something or achieving something or even trying to execute something, we're not even going to begin. But when you get to tell yourself, actually, I can do this, I will do this, watch this, I did it, I can do it now, you teach yourself that you actually do have the ability. And when you tell your thoughts, no, that's not true, and you keep confronting those thoughts, you teach yourself that you can do the thing that you said that you couldn't do initially. That was a bit of a mouthful. But when we learn about our having self-awareness in ourselves, when we're having moments where we're frustrated, and we can, take a moment to just sit there quietly. People sit on the beach. Some people pray. Some people meditate. Some people do grounding and mindfulness techniques. I use a whole combination of stuff. Prayer's a huge thing of mine. I like to really do some grounding because it resets me and refocuses me. But when we work on ourselves constantly, we learn all of these little tools that can help us to improve our lives. And so I'm pretty grateful that I've literally actually spent these last 2 years, especially the last year, really putting these practices in place. So, yes, I've had an obsession with personal development for 22 years. However, I only really recently and consistency is a huge thing, consistently have spent time really making these habits, making these techniques and principles habits in my life, daily habits. And I get things wrong a lot, but at least I know that I can work through it, unpack it, and then keep proceeding, which is pretty cool because I've been in the situation where I didn't do that before. And so as I look at 2020, there's so many things in my life that I know I have the capacity to do and the capabilities of doing it. And so I don't want to procrastinate as much as I have. Now, I've taken more action than I've ever taken in my life, and it has really brought me to this point in my life where I'm excited because I know that what I've put my mind to, I can actually do, and that's a huge thing. So I want to put a lot of plans in place for next year. So I've been really working on my business and really coming up with, I'm in so many Facebook groups, and I'm pretty lucky to have a couple of, business coaches, business mentors, and people around me that are really helping me to learn to scale my business. And I've just started to learn how many different options we have to grow our business. It's a lot of work because I do have a really amazing team around me that work for me, and which is pretty awesome. However, I'm still at the stage where I'm driving everything, and so it's kind of learning what I want to do within my business to grow it, looking at the different services, and I'm starting to slowly start creating content online so people can do my programs and workshops online and deliver my work that way, and grow one of my programs so that I can deliver it nationally, which we're slowly heading into. So I'm excited about that prospect, and I get to do a show this week. Is it a show? It's more of a reading. But I'm having more opportunities to perform because performing really is my another obsession. It's what I spent 9 years training in. It's what I've been doing for the last 18 years, and it's what I teach and do a lot of. So, as I plan for 2020, we can't sit back anymore. Like, there's so many of yous that listen to me, and many of yous message me, and you guys want to change, but you don't take action. And if you don't take action, you're never going to get anywhere because you're just going to stay in the rat race. You're going to stay on that hamster wheel, and it's going to keep going around and around and around. But once you take action on the things that you love and you want to do in your life, then you actually have something to measure it up against. You'll learn better ways to do it, or what wasn't what you did. Probably you could have done it a better way, but you're not going to know it until you actually take action. And so I just think, with 2020 coming, what do you want to do? Do you just want to, keep hoping things are going to change, or blame other people that your life is not going the way you want it to go? Or you can come up with thousands of excuses why you're not doing what you want to do. But the thing is, we all have to take responsibility for our lives. We all have to take responsibility, especially if you're over 18 years old. You are old enough to make decisions for yourself. I teach the Confident Me program, and I have been lucky enough to work with, I think it's about 350 kids this year. And and as I work with my daughter, I teach her all the time. If she gets upset, we always have this conversation about, well, who chose to be angry? And she looks at me, I did. Well, why did you choose to be angry? And I help her to articulate why she decided to make the decision. And, I'm teaching her how to have responsibility for the choices that she has in her life, and the choices that she has in her emotions, because so many people blame other people, and we can't. If we don't take action, if we don't monitor our thoughts and stop ourselves from not even beginning or trying, then I don't know. I just don't know if people can have a great life that way. If we're always living below our potential, here we are as a person. It really is unlimited. Like, if people realize how much we have accessible to us. We're in a day and age, right, where we have so much access to information. I've talked about this in other videos. When I was younger, we literally had to go on the encyclopedia. And most homes had the encyclopedia. If I wanted to learn about tigers, I had to go to T, pull out T, look for tigers in the book in alphabetical order, and find out about tigers that way. My daughter now, I'm teaching her how to use Google and to look for things that she's looking for or find out. She's 5 years old. And so, when people say, oh, I don't know how to do this and I don't know how to do that, come on, we have so much access to information. We can learn everything that we need to online. I nearly finished doing my oil change and I know how to do it. I just couldn't get the screw off and no males around me could help me. But I watched all these YouTube videos learning how to do an oil change. So the thing is this. If you want 2020 to be an amazing year, because I've been talking for quite a long time now, but if you really want 2020 to be a great year, why don't you spend the 52 days that you have now to really get on top of stuff? Plan your life. For me, I decided, look, I've been mucking around with my health. I'm hugely unhealthy and I'm over it. So I thought, okay, Crystal, spend every day, and I'm actually going to put it up on this page. I'm going to put it up every day that I've exercised, and it's not just for you guys, but it's to keep me accountable, because I can sit here and whinge and moan about it, but I'm not going to anymore. I've allowed myself to break commitments continuously to myself in regards to my health, and I'm over it. And I'm going to promise anyone that's watching this that I'm going to do it every day. Yes. I'm going to do it every day. I was just prepping myself, but with 52 days, figure out, okay, if you want a new job, if you want a job, if you want to start a business, plan it out. Nobody else is going to do that for you. I've been in my business for a couple of years now, but even before this, I was doing all this work for years and years and years before even beginning the business. I just managed to turn what I love doing and was really skilled at doing into a business. So I've been doing this for a very long time. Even now, I have to do all the work for myself. I have amazing people around me, like I said, that get to help take a lot of those responsibilities off me, but I have to drive it. So nobody's going to get me healthy. Nobody's going to help me get to film my movie, do my promotionals, help me grow my other pages. Nobody's going to do that for me. I mean, somebody could help, but I'm the one that has to initiate it. Nobody's going to help me be a good mum unless I go out and work on being a better mum. I'm a great mum. I want to be a better mum. We can always improve in every area of our life, but we have to start planning today. So if you're watching this and you want a better 2020, then start making a plan now. Figure out what you want in your life. Get clear on it. If you want to put savings away next year, figure out how much. Take away 52 weeks and decide how much every week you need to be able to save up. If you're wanting to go on a holiday, well, find out the flight. Find out how much it's going to cost. Look at your accommodation in your hotel. Put it on your wall so you know every day. Well, okay, I need $1,500 for the flight. That includes the accommodation. I need some spending. I need to be able to earn this amount. If you want a new job, what kind of job do you want? If you need to study, then go and look at the books and find out what courses are available to you. Figure it out yourself. Find out all the ways that you can figure out how to do it. You want to start a business? Find out other people that are running a similar business and talk to them. Ask people. Go online and research out other people that have the same business idea that you want, and find out what they did to begin their business. Honestly, there's no excuses for not starting. Just begin. Alright, I've been talking for a very long time, but that's all I wanted to say today. Take action, guys. Take action, take action, take action, and have a good night. Ka kite, or good day.